Happy Tuesday, everybody. Thank you for joining our bi-weekly product training. We offer this product training every Tuesday and Thursday. It's available free to you, anybody who wants to join to learn more about the Business Hangouts product. We look forward to answering all your questions and helping you in any way we can to get started with Business Hangouts. So first things first, we're going to get right into it. No reason to waste any time. I'm going to get started by loading up our interface and showing you how it works. I'll be using the share screen feature in our product. Right now, you're going to see a version of Business Hangouts. You're going to see basically the Business Hangouts interface and planner on our website. So let me just quickly a couple of fixes here so it's easier for you to see. All right. I think we're good to go. So what you're looking at is a planner, and you can access this planner from any computer. Basically, you want to make sure that you're running your Hangouts from a computer that's wired on a wired connection, although I am on a wireless Chromebook right now if you're curious, which seems to work just fine. It's just that when you're running videos over a network, a lot of times you can have network traffic that can cause problems. So it's good to be hardwired in and to make sure that everything is set up in advance before you do a Hangout. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. Once you're in the planner, I guess before you're even in the planner, you're probably curious how you get to it. You can get to the planner from businesshangouts.com, or you can go from your email if you've installed our app. Use this little drop-down menu here. On the right, you'll see Business Hangouts in the lower right-hand corner, which will launch the planner. And the planner is your home screen. It's your place where you can plan an event, where you can get started with Business Hangouts. The first thing that you want to do to plan an event is click on Plan an Event. And what you'll notice here is that we have 5 steps for setting up an event, which can seem a little bit overwhelming for some folks. Rest assured, the only thing that you need to do to actually create an event is actually to put in the event name. And as I put in the event name and click Save and Continue, I've actually done everything I need to do to create a Business Hangout. The rest of it's all customization. And you can always go back and edit your events later. This event you can see right now starts on today, February 7th at 11 a.m. Pacific. Our product does auto-adjust for time zones. So it will show the time zone that you're in for your computer. And then when you go to an event page, it'll show the time zone for the local person who's signing up. So no need for you to worry about setting the right day or time. Everything will auto-set itself. Matter of fact, you can get yourself into trouble if you try to change that time. So make sure you leave it alone. Okay, so step 1 obviously is to create the actual event. And we have a couple other features here as well that we default to make it very easy for you to use the product, but some advanced users might want to try some new different things. You can see here that these things will appear on your page for when you start your Business Hangout when people come to register. You have the name of the event. We've called it Test Event. And you can make an event description. This is a cool description. And once you do that, that actually will show up on our event page for people who come in and want to come visit the event. We also have recurring events. You're actually in a recurring event right now. Again, we hold our product trainings every Tuesday and Thursday. So I do these recurring events, and it makes it easy for people to sign up and give it a try. Our second step is our communication emails. This is a powerful part of Business Hangouts where we actually will send personalized, customized emails out to every one of our users for different events. And the first event, of course, is that initial registration. So when somebody actually goes and registers for your event, they will get this email. Now you can see it has our branding and a bunch of copy that we wrote for you in here. I want you to know that's going to all be customized. You can make all of this copy change for your business. Put your logo in here. Put your own data that you want to have in here. This is all doable within our interface. And you can customize all the emails that go out. You can see here we have an email that goes out when they initially register on the page. You can send one on demand. If I click Send Now, it's going to send a default confirmation to every user. I could change this to the default Join Now for every user so that they sign up. Pre-registration, I'll show you in a second. It's when you actually register folks for a webinar before it starts. A very useful feature if you're going to be doing it with a class and you know for sure you have a large list and you want them to just be invited and to bypass the registration. One thing to be clear on, though, you don't want to pre-register anybody that you are going to charge. So if you're using our free charge tool, you want to make sure that you're not pre-registering them because they will skip the charging. And then the second thing you want to know is if they're going to be a participant, if there is somebody whose video is going to be shared with the rest of the viewers, which you guys are all viewers right now, then you're going to want to make sure that you don't pre-register them, because again, it will not default to the Google settings. Automatic reminders are great. Just for an example, today we have 13 people sign up for the webinar. We've had so far about 6 people attend. But these reminders that we sent out remind people to join the event. So very helpful feature. You want to make sure you're reminding folks to come and join the meetings. It's a great way for you to make sure that they show up for all this time and energy that you're putting in. And then we also have post-event emails. So since we are tracking everybody who comes in and attends, we are actually have the ability to say thank you or we missed you. They come. And in a few seconds, I'm going to show you as well that you can see the past events. You'll be able to see all the statistics on a past event if that's something that's interesting to you, and download it to a CSV. On the attendee side, we have several options. Very important for folks who are doing large webinars. And if you are doing a large webinar with 200 people or more, we do encourage you to use our professional services before you start the event. And the reason why is the first time that you're using it, there's little tips and tricks that you want to know, and you do not want to be learning them on the fly. So please do reach out to us. You can always email me. I'll give my email at the end if you have a need for professional services. Here are some features that most of you won't need to worry about, but I do want to highlight a couple of them. One is allow anonymous messages. This is a cool feature if somebody wants to post anonymously. And when they post anonymous, oh, hi there. I see I have a question here. Somebody wanted to stop the meeting because folks haven't joined. So this free product training is actually available every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 a.m. Pacific. And we also have the recordings available online that we can share with them if that would be helpful. But I do have a lot of people on the call, and I do want to keep moving forward for the rest of them. So if anybody joins late, again, we do have the ability to go back later and watch the video. So I'll make sure I send out a copy of this video after the event to everybody, so you know how to go back and view it again. So we have allow anonymous messages if you want to basically allow somebody who's maybe afraid to ask a question to ask a question. And if you want to show attendees, these default to off. All right. Additional options available to you as well. This is where you actually pre-register users if you want to upload a CSV. Very easy to find right here. And also where you can manage attendee and moderator roles. And I'll be showing you in a few minutes the difference between a host, a moderator, a participant, and a viewer. Very important for you to understand how that works. All right, now we go to our event page options. Now that login page that you guys came to is pretty simple. You got in right away. But if you're doing this for lead generation, you're trying to capture data on the people who are coming to your webinars, you're going to want to enable these other fields that people can use to capture that information. And also, you might want to allow them to have multiple login options. It's very important that you understand that you have to have a Google account to be a participant. But obviously, you do not need to have a Google account to view. You can actually view from any device. But all your participants, you're going to want them to be logging in from a computer, and you're going to want to have them not just logging in from a computer, like also on a hardwire connection, and to check out that their camera is working before they come in. Scrolling down here is the event page options. This is what your event page looks like by default. It's got some clouds in the background here. You got your login options on the right, but all of that can be changed. You have the ability to, if you like, change the background. You can change the logo. You can actually edit the description as well. You might recall that when we were creating the event, I wrote, "This is a cool description." You can see where that pops up, and your logo can go here. Your background can go here. Now, if some of you used the product in the past, you might not be aware that we actually provide all the features of Business Hangouts to all of our users, no matter what package that they purchase. So we have a charge option available to you if you want to use it. There's no charge for using this from us. PayPal might charge you, but we do not charge you. Registration options is where you're going to find the embed if you want to place it on your website. So it's obviously it's how you signed up for our event today. This is really helpful because obviously with Business Hangouts, we don't require anyone to actually download or install anything. Everybody who's viewing this webinar right now can use the unified chat. They can watch the stream that's going live out to everybody, and they didn't need to download or install anything. Another major advantage of this is that if they're behind a corporate firewall, the corporate firewalls tend to not block YouTube. and they also don't block Google. So what's nice about that is that you can be pretty confident that this product's going to work every time for you. One of our more advanced features, as you guys are waiting for me today, you just saw a clock counting down, but it could be set up to actually play a YouTube video. If you wanted to run webinars in your sleep when you are not even available, then you can actually run webinars by putting a pre-roll video in here. And then when a chat comes up, you would be able to respond to that chat. You also can put in animated images where you rotate and basically say, hey, sign up for my Facebook, sign up for my Google. These are really cool things that you can do for your events. Once you're done with all those steps, you've basically done with your event. Now it's time to promote it and get people to join. So you can take your, you can share via email, Google, LinkedIn, Twitter. You also can just email the event link to folks. There's lots of ways to get them. We also have a fun little widget down here too if you want to use as well. Now that's for scheduled events, and we'll actually launch an event in a second here so you can see how that works, but I wanted to walk you through the rest of the planner first. Here's where all my past events are. If you see the past events for January, I think that you're going to see, oh, this is for my test account actually, so this is not going to show much. But I will show you what the statistics look like so you can see it. Here's all the statistics for a webinar. Obviously, this is a test account, so I don't have very many on here, but you can see basically who came in, the show up rate. A very pretty report if you need to share it with somebody. Also here at the bottom, you can download the statistics, so you actually can know who came, all their information, including all that lead generation that they enter in, and when they showed up and when they left. So these are all great ways that you can have that interaction. Okay. So also when it comes to permalinks, some people like these. I actually use these for my setup calls. Permalinks are great if you have to do on-demand meetings. So basically you want to just jump on there and start a meeting right away. It's a great thing that you can use for that purpose, and you don't want to go through the rigmarole of setting up an event. We have several support options available to you. This is we have a more robust list on our website if you're interested. You actually can go to businesshangouts.com/support, and on here you will find a number of options. We have a support forum that we do welcome you to join. That support forum has got some of our most active users on there. A whole list of how-to videos and FAQs. You set up for our weekly training here, but we also have Friday office hours. Friday office hours are great if you're more advanced users and you have a more technical question. We actually have an engineer on there every Friday that's able to answer questions for you. You can also submit support tickets, and we have all the guides and best practices to put in. And finally, if you look under the admin controls and account, you can go and see we've got templates and multiple ways for you to go ahead and update this and customize your business hangout. All right, so now that we've shown you the planner and you've seen the extent and features that are available there, I want to go ahead and launch an event. Before I do that, one more thing to show you here is this event ID. The event ID is really cool because if you need it for support, please email us with the event ID. And the event ID basically will allow you to allow us to easily find the issue that's going on. Also, you might notice on here that we have a rehearsal room. Rehearsal rooms are great if you don't want to broadcast anything live, and if you're not going to broadcast anything live, then it makes it really easy for you to share the link, go in there, have folks join and see if their cameras are working, see if their microphones are working, and it's a great way to see that everything's going to go fine when you do your big event. Okay, now we click on Go Live, and Go Live immediately redirects us to our YouTube page. And if you've had a setup call, you've already got your YouTube page. Everything's going here. So I'm going to put in here test event because that's the name of my event. This is also how it's going to be recorded on YouTube. So if you want to go back later and edit it, you can, but it's important that you know how to find it. And some folks ask us all the time, hey, I don't want to put it on my personal channel. I want to put it on my business channel. Well, right here, you can see that you can have a personal channel and a business channel. So both of those options are available to you, and you can just switch and they'll work for you. The next thing I want to bring to your attention is that we have 3 types. YouTube allows 3 types of streaming. You've got public, where anybody can find it. You've got, and some folks want to use that for marketing and sales. You've got unlisted, where these are when you have a private event. You only want people who register to be able to see it. You don't want people to be able to share the link. Unlisted is the way for you to go. And with an unlisted event, basically, it won't be searchable. And you can actually go back later. You can make it private or you can make it public later. You can download it, whatever you want. Private is fine if you're just going to have participants in the video, but it doesn't work for viewers. So if you want people to stream like I'm streaming to you now, private won't work. So we highly recommend go with unlisted. It's the safest route, and it'll make it easy for you. And also, you want to make sure that you're only using the Google Hangouts on Air option here. That's the way that we will be able to launch our app in a second.
Background noise, let me see if I can mute myself.
Okay, great. So now we're clicking on Go Live Now, and for some reason you have to go twice. All right, there I am. Hide my camera. All right, so first things first, when the Google Hangouts on Air launches, you're going to see the regular Hangouts interface. You're going to want to click on this little icon here. This is the Business Hangouts icon that was installed during your setup call. This is going to launch the Business Hangouts interface, and you're going to get to see all the features of the Business Hangouts that aren't available to you. And you see here at the bottom also, we have Start Broadcast that's in green. You are not recording until you click on Start Broadcast. So it's important to note that you want the Business Hangouts icon to load first, and then you click on Start Broadcast after. Okay, so first things first, when it pops up, you're going to see my profile image here. Of course, because I have it turned off, but I can turn my camera on here as well. I've got multiple computers going here. If you want to make it easier for you and you don't want your face to be shown, you can just hide the live stream. That will actually show my little icon down here, but it won't show my face. Now, we have 3 types of users that you should be aware of. And those 3 types of users that you should be aware of are number 1, a host. I'm a host because I created the event. I have access to Business Hangouts. I have the subscription with Business Hangouts. I create the event. Now, we have participants. Participants are people who actually join an event as a viewer and are promoted, and then they actually have the ability to promote and demote users. So that's a moderator. A participant is somebody who you can see their camera and you can talk with them. And a viewer is what you are right now. You can do the unified chat. You can talk to me. However, we can't see your face and we can't talk to you. So those are the 4 types of users that we have, just so you're aware of it. We also have 3 sharing options. The 3 sharing options we have available are: 1, we have a share screen feature here, which is native to Google Hangouts. And you've seen this before, likely. You can share your entire screen. You can just share an individual application window. Those options are available to you. Next, we have a content sharing. This is unique to Business Hangouts and not available anywhere else. We are completely integrated with Google, so that if you wanted to go in and share something from your Google Drive, you click on the Google Drive option. For instance, I have a spreadsheet here of my daughter's soccer team, so I could go in here with the soccer team and I can share and show all that information. You can also share videos on YouTube, whatever you like. That's our second share option. So first share option, Google Share. Second share option, content sharing on Google, where you can share Google Drive. So great place if you want to share surveys, or you want to share sheets or YouTube videos or slides. All of those will work. The third sharing option is kind of cool. It's this one right here is our slide share. This will only work with PDFs. And when you do this, you can show the face side by side with the content sharing. All this, again, will be recorded in the live stream. And those are the major features. We also have the ability to switch who's the presenter. So if I had multiple people in here, I would see a camera next to each person. And clicking on that camera makes that person the presenter. And then you can move between collaboration mode and presenter mode, where you check and uncheck this box here at the top. So this is the main features of Business Hangouts to get the idea of the planner and how it works. This should get you through your first webinar. What I'd like to do now is I'd like to actually just show you a couple last things here in the Hangout together, since we have the ability to do it in real time. So I have here the ability to present to you guys as a way to engage your users better. I have a way to present with you guys a message that somebody posted. So if I check this box that says hello, there's a little eyeball, then the entire audience will see hello from Anonymous. And I also have the ability to star options if I want to come back to them later and remember that I want to bring them up. I have the ability to have a moderated chat. So right now I'm turning on moderation on. This means if anybody types a message to me, that I can actually approve it so the rest of the audience can see it, or I can decline it so that the audience does not see it, and present it up to the rest of the screen. We also have things like you can do document sharing as well. But I wanted to pause now and have a chance to answer any questions you guys might have and help you out with anything that might be affecting you run a business hangout. So please feel free to type in the unified chat if you have a question, and I'd be happy to answer them now. And if I did a great job explaining everything and you don't have any questions, that's great too. I'm happy to pop off and share the video with you afterwards. But you know, again, we have a whole host of options here. If anything more technical comes up, of course, you can join our product training on Fridays that we have available to you. Again, that's no charge. We have an engineer on there that's on there to answer any questions you might have, and we also have our power users on there that can help you out. I think the big takeaways from today is that once you go through your setup call with us and you're set up and running, I think that using Business Hangouts is easy and friendly. It's very scalable. Again, doesn't have the blocking of the corporate firewalls, and it has full branding, your full branding on here, which is nice because otherwise folks have to download and install something and they have pins, and who knows if they have admin rights on their computers and such. So, okay, great. Well, I'm not getting any messages, so it sounds like I did a great job. If you have any questions in the future and you want to reach out, feel free. My email is Sean, SEAN, @businesshangouts.com. Happy to answer them to you. You can also email support@businesshangouts.com, which we also have available. Or feel free to join this product training. Again, it's free, available to you at no charge on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. Pacific, and we'd be happy to answer any of your questions. Thanks for joining today. Happy to, looking forward to hearing your success stories. And please don't hesitate to come join us again. Sure. Have a great day.